The Battle of Narva, fought on November 30th, 1700, stands as one of the most spectacular victories in Swedish military history and a staggering early setback for Peter the Great's Russia during the Great Northern War. The conflict and the blizzard. The war began when a coalition of Russia, Denmark, and Saxony-Poland attacked Sweden, expecting an easy win against the young, 18-year-old King Charles XII. While Charles was occupied elsewhere, a massive Russian army of 35,000 to 40,000 men laid siege to the Swedish fortress of Narva. Charles XII arrived to relieve the city with just 10,000 men. Despite being outnumbered nearly 4-1, he launched a daring assault aided by a sudden, violent blizzard that blew snow directly into the eyes of the Russian defenders. Using the whiteout as cover, the Swedish Karolines charged to within 50 yards before the Russians even realized they were under attack. Forces and casualties. The disparity in the outcome was immense. Sweden's small force of 10,000 troops suffered only 1,900 casualties, killed or wounded. Conversely, the Russian army of 35,000 to 40,000 was utterly shattered, suffering 8,000 to 10,000 deaths, while over 20,000 more were captured or fled. This resulted in a decisive victory for Sweden and a crushing defeat for Russia. Historical impact. Military legend. The victory cemented Charles XI's reputation as a military genius, earning him comparisons to Alexander the Great. A lesson for Peter. The defeat forced Peter the Great to realize his army was obsolete. He used the loss as a catalyst to modernize his military, which eventually allowed him to defeat Sweden years later at the Battle of Poltava. Strategic error. Because the victory was so total, Charles XII mistakenly believed Russia was no longer a threat. He turned his attention to Poland for several years, giving Peter the vital time he needed to rebuild his army.